This your boy, Wallace Harris, aka the Creed's Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit down subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post some new content. Y'all already know what the fuck I'm finna say. So for the most part, I'm gonna say it any goddamn way, right? What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law. Apparently, because I saw this earlier on a couple of other YouTube channels, but shout out to Jeremy Hill putting this together. I to be perfectly honest, I was actually really trying to find it, couldn't find it, right? But you know something, I could, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say this. You know, for all of you men out there, right? That y'all like the younger woman. Hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna, I gotta say this. I'm gonna call bullshit on this whole deal here, right? Because, well, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let it run. But I'm gonna just know right off. I'm gonna call bullshit, and so we're gonna let it run. I'm gonna be stopping, periodically.
I want to bring you a young lady who reminisces about the time when she was a young, tender, fast little thing. When she used to get it on with a high school basketball coach when he was 39, when she was 16. She'll tell you how he used to come into the laundry room in the gym to collect the basketballs and stuff like that, and how he would rub his thing against her, and she realized that she was fond of that. But before I go any further, man, let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you real good. Hit that notification bell. Once you do that, select the option that says all. That way you will be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it? Now, let's get it.
So I would have to get the keys from him to go to the locker room or the ballroom to, get the balls and get everything set up for practice. So, this day it was just like a normal day. I go to him like, hey coach, like whatever, can I get the keys, set up for practice or whatever. So one, like he handed me the keys, but he could like kind of like rub my hand like when he gave me the keys or whatever. And that was when I knew like, okay, he on the deal. So mind you, like when me and him would talk or whatever, we'll be in a group setting, like I would see him like giving me the eye and stuff, and like it was just very like, I'm not even gonna say innocent because it was kind of known. Like I kind of felt like he was like feeling me. Like it's weird to say, but I kind of felt this like tension. And so that was the first time he actually like physically, like touched me. So I got the keys, whatever, I ignored it. The next day or two or so, like,
okay, first and foremost, right? They have equipment managers for that, right? You own the basketball team. 9 times out of 10, you probably did. You probably didn't know how to play. I'm just gonna put it out there, right? And then it's just for the simple fact, right, that you going to get the basketballs. I mean, I want y'all to like really pay attention to what's going on here. Motherfuckers will do shit just to get attention, right? I really don't know how old this video is, right? But by now, if an arrest doesn't happen here within the next 72 hours, then you'll know that this whole thing was bullshit.
you know, we have practice again. So I'm always the one setting up for practice. So I was like, Coach, I get the keys or whatever. So he ended up doing it again. And y'all, like, it came to a point where we was just doing that for a little while. And I actually started to reciprocate. Like, I was like, you know, I was like, when he would give me the keys, I started rubbing on him too. So it was.
This was a 16 young musty back heifer, 16 years of age. And she was going into the room to collect the balls. But she got two different pair of them. And she's rubbing on a grown man, this fast little thing. Now, what's so funny about this is, this ain't nothing new. When I was in high school, when you was in high school, you probably seen a lot of these young girls underage messing with older men. A lot of times, these older men wasn't at the school. They were just young sugar daddies, with older sugar daddies picking them up. I could think of one girl right now. She had to be between 14 and 16 years old when I was growing up, had multiple grown men and teenage boys. You know?
Now, no disrespect to you, dog, but I don't know what high school you went to when girls that young was hot in the ass. Y'all know, you know, put like this, you know, my friends, they know that corner in Maryland, right? Everybody looked after each other, right? Hell, we all went to the same school. Because to be perfectly honest, it was like a lot of us went to Fair Park Elementary. Then it was Pulaski Heights Intermediate. Then it was Pulaski Heights Junior High School. And then it was off to the greatest high school ever, Little Rock Central. And so for the most part, we all pretty much stayed together. We all looked after each other. Now, you know, now, great fact, I don't know how old she is now, right? But coaches knew better back then. And coaches should know better now. I mean, because I'll be the first one to tell you, right? Don't no man need to be coaching no females on any goddamn level. That's just how I look at it. I'm a man. What the fuck I look like coaching girls or women's basketball? You know, that ain't, you know, for me, that's, I mean, I'm old school and I'm pretty sure he's old school, right? But you know, the thing about it is this. That was some shit that you didn't do back in the day. So just like I said, dog, I don't know what high school you went to where you saw that shit. But I'm gonna tell you something. Here in Little Rock, Arkansas, you know, and just like I say, I you know, when you grow up, right, you put like this, you know the people that you know in your neighborhood. Probably a couple of neighborhoods over. And shit like that didn't go on because we played this. We already know we fucked up, and the parents found out. We already knew ass whooping was coming, right? So let's let this run. Let's let this run.
Understand that? Now, a lot of you would say that those men was grooming those girls because that's the most popular or politically correct thing to say. I'm gonna tell you from my own experiences growing up, and many men probably can amen me on this one. A lot of times those young teenage girls knew exactly what they were doing. They was already whorish. They was already moving around. I'm talking about getting reputations of trains and stuff, and threesome ran on these girls, or just a reputation of being highly promiscuous out there. Lifestyle of severe promiscuity in high school or junior high. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. Those girls was actually using those men when those men and other people on the outside looking in were thinking those men were using them. Those girls, even though they was young, sometimes them young girls have game and they know exactly what they were doing. Let's keep going, Jack.
One point, like I had went to go get the balls or whatever, and he followed me into the room.
You got the ball.
And so like we had like a washer dryer setup type of deal. And I was in there like getting. It was a game.
Again, I'm looking at it like this, right? You know, this is why I'm calling bullshit on this, right? You a motherfucking basketball player. What the fuck you doing handling the equipment? Right? That ain't your goddamn job, right? That's 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 part of the coach should have been doing that, or the assistant coach should have been doing that, right? You just a player, you're not a faculty member. So I'm just like, okay, what is really going on here?
It was a game day or whatever. So yeah, I remember like it was a game day. You know, I had to go put the jerseys and everything in the washer, make sure everybody's jerseys, make sure all the uniforms and stuff is clean. So I went there, he came in there.
I'm like, what the folks said. Y'all knew I was gonna draw this shit out, right? So I used to watch these I forget the guy's name, but I probably can pull it up right now. But the tag said they did the voiceover for the Ninja Turtles, right? And the motherfucker said, "Man, that bitch is lying," right? It's called, matter of fact, you if you want to, you put it up on YouTube. It's called Nigga Turtles, right? And so the motherfucker said, "Yo, why you didn't tell the homies?" Right? And he said, "Man, that bitch is lying," right? So that I ain't gonna do it today because time, work day, I put like that. That'll be something I'll do tomorrow, but it's just that this bitch is lying, right? Why you back there washing clothes? Why you motherfucker getting jerseys and shit ready? So my thing is this: were you a basketball player or were you the fucking manager? And then even then, right? You still goddamn wrong. Let's go.
I mean, whatever. And like, I was bent over getting the jerseys out the dryer. And like he came in, like he like brushed his, up behind me or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's crazy. So it wasn't this particular game, but that was like the second big, physical interaction that had happened between us or whatever. So I'm not gonna say it wasn't that game day. It was probably like the next away game. He had to take me home. So I guess on the way, like he was just basically like,
okay, again, why is he taking you home? Right? Again, right? It's okay, all right.
You want to come back to my apartment? So I'm like, I guess, my mom,
Let me tell you something, man. Whenever a woman say, I guess, that's a yes. If I tell a woman, hey, you want to, and I'm just going to be real, man. A lot of men can tell you this. Be like, hey, girl, what you doing, girl? She was like, nothing much, y'all chilling and stuff. You know what you ought to do, little mama? You ought to give me some dome right quick. Let me get some of that head. She'll be like, I guess. A lot of women who say that, when they say, I guess, that means they going to do it. All right, period. And this woman, I always tell you about a story about where she had to go get some balls, and then this man walks in and rub his thing up on her, and now she feel other pair of balls. This girl knew exactly what it was that man was doing. That girl knew what it was that he was saying because she was fast in the ass, okay? Period. I guess. Yeah, let's keep going.
I think I'm in a game or whatever. She don't know when my games are over with, this, that, and the other, whatever. So yeah, y'all. So we ended up going back to his apartment. Mind y'all, like around this time I was 16, so I lost my V card at 14.
Damn. Okay. 14 years old, right? So you've been hot in the ass for a long while, right? So now here's the deal, right? See, this type of shit I be talking about right here, right? All these motherfuckers, right? Kevin Samuels, and everybody else, right? Y'all really don't realize y'all be giving y'all motherfucking selves away. Fucking with these young girls or these young women, right? Patrice O'Neal, may he rest in peace. He said the same shit, right? says your pussy is only good from the ages 18 to 29, right? But here it is. She started dropping the draws at the age of 14. So what? So what is it really? So what is it really for all y'all that don't like that? That's saying that okay, anything past 30, you over the hill. Kevin Samuels included, and then y'all want to call this motherfucker the Godfather? Yeah, okay. So, but again, she been young and hot in the ass since 14, right? Y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, all you motherfuckers is suspect.
I had just had my first sexual encounter with a guy at 16. I think it was 16. I actually had.
Okay, damn. So now, confusion, right? So you don't know what you're doing. You don't know if you fucking 14 or 16. Either way it goes, right? You young and hot in the ass, like what old boy said.
With a guy on my own or whatever.
Look here. She said she lost her virginity, her V cord, at 14, but then she's going to tell you she had her first experience at 16. Which one is it? But she said on her own. So all I can say is possibly.
Okay, so the thing about it is this, right? Whatever happened to her at 14, right? You don't know how to fight? I'm just saying. You don't know how to fight? Kick, scratch, bite. You don't know how to do nothing. Right? Just like I say, you need your ass whooping and your parents, they need their ass whooped too.
She said that she lost her, because it's kind of confusing what she said. I think possibly she lost her V cord virginity because a man forced himself upon her.
Who the fuck says V cord?
Because I'm trying to make sense. Maybe you can make sense of what she said. She lost her V cord at 14, but when she was 16, that's when she had it on her own. So I think she probably was taken advantage of. And unfortunately, that happened to a lot of our young Black daughters and women out there. You know what I mean? And that probably gave her the appetite for more of it. Or, she might already been that way. Hell, I don't know. Do you know her? But even if that thing did happen to her at 14, she can't lean on that and say, that's why I'm doing this with this coach. You understand me?
So he was probably like the third guy I ever slept with in my life. So
third guy, I take it back, she was a hoe.
On my own or whatever. So he was probably like the third guy I ever slept with in my life. So we get to.
Okay, now hold on now. Right? Now, not to say that this guy like them young ones. Right? But I'm just like, at this point of the junction, it really don't matter how old a woman is, right? If you put like this, if your ass is wore out, then you wore out. Right? And so again, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, like, so again, it's a disconnect somewhere. Either if that if it's with me or it's with all of y'all. And at this point of the junction, the crazy uncle's gonna say it's with y'all.
The part, whatever, he makes him a drink. He asked me if I want to drink. Mind you, I'm an athlete. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't do nothing. But it was just like, you know what? Like, whatever. So he ended up making me a drink. Y'all know what ended up happening after that? Like, whatever. Like, actually, he took a shower. I took a shower. And then, we was just chilling. Like, baby, just grown. Like, and back then, I'm thinking like, oh, it's normal. No. So yeah, I'm thinking like, well, I was flirting with him, like whatever. I'm being grown, I think
you grown.
I'm not gonna disclose this.
So you grown as this was like, wow. Okay.
It doesn't matter how long ago it was, but obviously I'm 29 now. This was like I was 16. So
okay.
Yeah. So if you were to Seagoville, it was only one male coach at that time, around that time. So
you so full of shit right now. I've been out of put it like this. I'm coming up on year 34 since I've been out of high school. Right? Regardless of what team, whether it's a football team, basketball team, right? You're gonna have more than one goddamn coach. Now she might be saying that it was only one male coach at that particular time, which I'm still gonna call bullshit on that. I'm still gonna call bullshit on that, right? This bitch lying, trying to get views, right? But just like I said, somebody finna go to jail.
If y'all do know who it is, just don't say anything, because it's like I'm not making these to like air anybody's business or
Motherfucker, you just did. You just did. Was that the face that you was making when you got dicked down by the coach? I mean, like shit.
or anything like that. I'm just speaking my truth. And like just telling y'all about
Okay,
all the
so let's get this straight. So you waited damn near 14 years before you said it. Apparently, you feeling some type of way about it now. You felt some type of way about it. You felt some type of way back when you were 16, right? Just like I said, I don't know how new this video is, but guess what? All it takes is for the wrong motherfucker to hear it, right? And guess what the fuck is finna happen to you? They finna come knocking on your door, right? So who is this coach that fucked you at the age of 16? What's his name? Where can we find it? And then he going to jail. Because now you think this shit ain't shit gonna happen, right? But hey, guess what? You know, the statute of limitations and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I really don't know how long that shit is, how far you got to go back. But the thing about it though is this: you coming out saying this shit now. Maybe that's why you saying it now. Somebody told you, okay, ain't shit gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell you something. If this shit ain't on the news, what's today, Thursday? Put it like this. If it ain't on the news by 5 o'clock tomorrow, hell, it probably could be on the goddamn news right now, right? Because I'm pretty sure everybody that you went to school with know who that goddamn coach is, all right?
happened to me, like seriously. But yeah, so at the time I'm like, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I wanted to do it, but
there you go,
bitch. It don't look. It don't matter. It don't matter whether if you wanted to do it or not. It don't fucking matter, right? That was a grown ass man. He was motherfucking damn near 40. You that young and hot in the ass. Just like I said, where were your parents? Right? See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about right there. You 29, so 9 times out of 10, your parents are probably anywhere from they probably in the early to mid 40s right now, right? So they was young and they was young. Put like this: your mama was young and hot in the ass when she had you, right? Your mama probably did anything and everything up under the motherfucking sun, right? 9 times out of 10, your mama probably ran your daddy off, and then here you go, oh, I need a father figure. So what happened? He taught you how to do a full court press, put you in the motherfucking triangle, right? Did a pick and roll, right? Did he double dribble? Was he traveling? Did he take his tongue and travel all over your motherfucking body? Did he double dribble? Did he do Or did he, or he did you know what? I know what the fuck he did, just because of how old he was, right? And how young you were. Personal foul, right? Or matter of fact, technical foul, your ass is ejected, right? But just like I said, 9 times out of 10, this shit, put like this. You lying. I'm telling you that right now. You old lying sack of shit. Right? That man ain't fucked you. I mean, any man, put like this. Any man with any type of sense ain't gonna fuck with no baby. Right? I mean, yeah, I know it happens, right? But that story don't make no type of sense, people. None whatsoever. Right? And then it's just for the simple fact, you telling this, knowing damn well you probably, that shit that went viral, right? I'm pretty sure, right? And so just know, crazy uncle gonna be watching the news, right? Matter of fact, it's 5 o'clock now, so I'm gonna hurry up and get off of this, right? Because shit like this, you done put that shit out on the internet for the whole world to see, right? You gonna have to come off of a name, young lady, right? And then basically what happens, you done motherfucker, you done open up a whole can of worms, right? Just like I say, if indeed this is true, right? And then however long the motherfucking, I don't know how to, because that's rape. Drunk, right? Which I already know you can't hold. Listen, can't no 16-year-old hold their goddamn liquor. So you 9 times out of 10, you passed the fuck out, right? Or he got you right before you passed out. Either way, you was incoherent. So regardless of how long it's been, right? Yeah. Congratulations, ignorant motherfucker. You shouldn't have never said nothing, right? I don't know your name. I really don't care to know your name, right? But it's just 9 times out of 10, you probably on TikTok somewhere, right? Well, yeah. You should have kept your mouth shut. But see, that shit that you shouldn't, you put like this, you should have reported that shit the first time that he rubbed up against you. Right? But just like I said, you young and hot in the ass. Your mama probably ran your daddy off. Your mama probably bringing everybody to the house. Baby, go in the room. And then you being nosy like you are, you was here, your mama getting them cheeks clapped, right? I swear, boy, look, y'all never cease to amaze me. But hey, listen, with that being said, hey, guess what the fuck y'all get to do? Tell your mama, tell your daddy. So tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dad, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door, cross street, round the corner, Papa's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. I'ma holler at y'all.